The fastest way to sabotage a RAG system is to pick the embedding model with the best leaderboard score.
Yes, because retrieval fails in production for boring, practical reasons, not because the model is stupid. And those reasons often never show up in public benchmarks.
So this is not really a model ranking story.
Right. It is a matching problem. Your queries, your documents, your chunking, your metadata, your language mix, your latency budget, and your evaluation method all have to line up. If they do not, a benchmark winner can still miss the answer.
Give me the practical failure modes, because teams usually notice this only after users start saying, "Why did search get worse?"
First, domain mismatch. A model trained and evaluated on clean web text may struggle on support logs, legal clauses, medical shorthand, source code comments, or internal acronyms. It can embed the words, but not the meaning your business actually cares about.
So the model looks smart until it hits your weird language.
Exactly. Imagine an IT help desk corpus. Users type VPN drops after sleep. The docs say kernel rekey failure after suspend resume. A generic model might connect some of that. A domain-tuned setup might connect much more. The gap shows up as missing the one troubleshooting page that actually resolves the ticket.
And in production, missing one page is not academic. That changes whether the assistant solves the issue or burns a support agent.
That is the stakes. Retrieval errors are power shifts. The wrong model quietly hands control back to manual search, escalations, and expensive human review.
What is the next failure mode?
Evaluation gaps. Teams test embeddings with a tiny set of obvious queries, maybe 20 or 50, and declare victory. But production traffic has misspellings, half-formed questions, code names, multilingual phrasing, and users who ask for outcomes instead of keywords.
So they are measuring neat demo queries while real users are messy.
Yes. And often they evaluate only top 1 or top 3 recall, not whether the retriever brings back enough good context for the generator to answer reliably. Those are different thresholds. A model can win recall at 10 and still fail the actual answer task.
That sounds like the benchmark trap. It wins on paper, but your application loses where it counts.
Here is a concrete example. A company builds RAG over policy documents. Their offline test asks direct questions like, what is the parental leave duration? Retrieval looks great. In production, employees ask, I am adopting in Germany and my manager says contractors are different. What applies to me? Now the system has to bridge policy, geography, employment type, and exception handling.
And when it misses, people stop trusting the system fast.
Trust drops faster than average metrics. One bad miss on a high-value question can outweigh 100 easy wins.
You mentioned chunking earlier. That is not the model itself, but it can make the model look bad, right?
Absolutely. Embeddings fail in practice because the unit of retrieval is wrong. If chunks are too small, they lose the surrounding concept. Too large, and the signal gets diluted. Tables, code blocks, bullet lists, and headers are especially fragile. The embedding model gets blamed for a packaging mistake.
Give me a vivid case.
API docs. If you split by raw character count, the parameter description lands in one chunk, the authentication note in another, and the rate limit warning in a third. The query is, why does my upload fail with 429 after token refresh? The right answer needs all three ideas. Retrieval returns pieces, not the mechanism.
So the loser is not just the model vendor. The loser is the team that confuses retrieval quality with product quality.
Exactly. Another failure mode is objective mismatch. Some embedding models are optimized for symmetric similarity, like finding near duplicate text. RAG often needs asymmetric retrieval, where a short question must find a longer explanatory passage. If you use the wrong embedding behavior, you get elegant vectors and mediocre search.
And that kind of mistake is subtle, because the system still returns something.
The dangerous failures are subtle. You still get top results. They are just adjacent, not decisive. Users see plausible but unhelpful context, and the generator turns that into confident mush.
If benchmark wins are not enough, what should builders actually do before they commit?
Build a test set from real queries, not invented ones. Include ambiguous asks, jargon, multilingual variants, and hard negatives. Measure retrieval and answer success together. Test chunking schemes with the same model and inspect failures by category: domain terms, formatting, abbreviations, temporal language, and multi-hop questions.
So the smart move is less, who won the benchmark, and more, where does this model break on my traffic?
Yes, in practice, the best embedding model is the one that fails gracefully on your ugliest queries, over your messiest documents, under your real constraints. Benchmarks can suggest candidates. Production decides the winner.